Dr. Matthew Hubbard, recently sworn in as the new mayor of Sylacauga, joins us this morning. Matt, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Jimmy Day.
Good to have you with us, and your feet solid on the ground right now?
Yeah, it's this will be day 3, and so day 1 and day 2 just filled with meetings, phone calls, emails, conversations, and just trying to establish relationships early and take care of business at the same time. So full days, day 1, day 2. Today's going to be a full day. We have
City council meeting, right?
It's a council meeting tonight, so just hit the ground running and just enjoying it.
Any surprises so far?
No, sir. You know, I know there's going to be surprises along the way. You know, that's just how life is. But nothing so far. You know, and my experience, as you know, if you're communicating well, it kind of limits some of those surprises. And so that's one thing that I'm really trying to do with council members is communicate individually with them and make sure that I'm sharing information with all 5 and try to keep them on the same page, and the 6 of us on the same page as well.
And so, you know, right out of the gate, we had the election of the president of the council and president pro tem, right. And so we got the council meeting tonight. You talked about early on about some of the things you'd like to see put in place as a mayor of Sylacauga. We're beginning to see that process.
Yes, you know, through the campaign process, you know, you list your priorities, and then as you know, get deeper and deeper into it, and you see the reality of things and so forth, some of those priorities change. Well, late in the campaign, it was obvious that the number 1 priority had to be the budget. And so that's what we're focusing on. We have an agenda item tonight, and I don't want to get out in front of the meeting or in front of our council, but we do have an agenda item tonight that hopefully, if approved, will help with that budgeting process. So I'm excited about that part of it, because once we get the budget in place and we've gone through each department, we've looked at line item for each department, then we can see what the surplus is. We can see what recurring funds we have coming through the coffer, so to speak. And then we can start applying that to prioritize plans. And with me, I have 2 positions that we're in great need of at City Hall. One is a public relations communications position. The other is an IT position. And those kind of go hand in hand. You need to get some things in place from a IT position that will assist the PR and communications efforts that we need for the city. And so, but all of that, prior to all of that, we have to get this budget right. And so we get the budget done, leads into these positions, PR, communications, IT, and then there are other efforts, other plans down the road. Now,
do you anticipate a budget different from the 25 budget that we've had?
I don't anticipate that. Okay. It's just being able to put your hands on it as the mayor and wrap your mind around it and understand all funding sources and so forth, and making sure that recurring funding is there to fund these positions, because like I said previously, you know, we're going to go and address the general budget first, and then start going.
The actual 25 budget just kind of fell in your lap because really it should have already been done.
Right. So we cleaned that up and finished it. They just finished an audit about a month or so ago. So and that was, you know, there weren't any exceptional findings or anything like that, just a few housekeeping type organizational things that we need to clean up. And tonight's agenda item, again, if approved, will help with some of that. So we close out 25, we prepare for 26. and we make sure that we are addressing all priorities, that there's nothing in excess in any of these departmental requests. And if there is, it just rolls back into the surplus. And, you know, and then we look at our plans for 26 with those particular positions, PR, communications, IT. And then we, you know, that in and of itself creates another, or identifies another need that we have at City Hall, and that's the revision of policies and procedures and so forth. And so I don't want to get these positions necessarily in place until we've identified and hired an organization that can come in and help revise these policies and procedures and add those job descriptions and those duties of PR, communications, and IT, and get all of those things under one umbrella. There's other side things that I'd like to see addressed, because when you start revising policies, you've got Civil Service Board and how the role they play, so you're going to have to, you know, make sure that they're in that envelope of revision and updates and so forth, and every, you know, thing that splinters off of that. So that's going to be a major undertaking, and just right now, the position that I'm in right now, and speaking with employees and speaking with council members, that is a very high priority, getting those, because just getting policies revised up to date, up to 2026 standards, and getting technology where it needs to be, and communication. So those are high priority items.
It's not an overnight deal, though, is it?
No, so it takes time, and it's like I've been explaining to the council members. The dominoes have to fall in order. We don't want to get out in front of ourselves with a particular effort. We want to make sure that we're addressing this effort in a timely manner, so that, you know, these efforts on down the road, that those dominoes all fall in order, so to speak, and that we don't skip over a step and make a mistake, and we don't get out in front of anything and make a mistake.
Less than a week in office. Do you sense a new beginning at City Hall?
I do. You know, I've not been able to spend the time with our employees like I would hope to, because we have tonight's meeting, council meeting, was originally scheduled for Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I asked the council if they would consider moving it to Thursday, because I needed time to address some personnel, make sure I'm on the same page with our city attorney, and just sync those things up. And because one of the things I campaigned on was preventing personnel employee litigation, and then resolving the litigation that we have ongoing currently. So I had to get some things in place, or get on the same page with some folks, and so that's taken a lot of time these first 2 days. And so the council was gracious enough to move the meeting to tonight, and that's allowed me to handle some things, in my opinion, in a proper manner.
One of the important events every year is Veterans Day, and that's coming up Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm actually going down to, so my next 2 days are filled with Veterans Day programs. And so this morning, Miss Kathy Landers, she invited me to the Veterans Day program at Fayetteville High School. So I'll be going down to Fayetteville for that Veterans Day program. Coming back to Pinecrest Elementary School for today's Veterans Day program, and then tomorrow Sylacauga City Schools, the remainder, because Pinecrest doing theirs today at 1. Indian Valley's in the morning at 8:30. Sylacauga High School is tomorrow at 9:30, and then the middle school at 11 o'clock does a Veterans Day lunch. And so, today, tomorrow, Veterans Day. Tuesday, we had the Veterans Day parade. I'd like to thank Miss Lisa Garrett and everyone who's assisting organizing that parade. Thank y'all for the effort, time, effort, and energy you're putting into organizing our local Veterans Day parade.
We've heard the term in the last several weeks from a college football coach who was recently terminated, and he used the word patience numerous times. But here, you're just a few days into the job. The city council, several are new, and it is a call for patience. I know you want to speak to the audience about that this morning.
Absolutely. You know, Sylacauga family, you know, in my particular role as mayor and understanding the setup of mayor and city council, I want to reassure you and our council members, you know, patience is going to be a big theme as far as I'm concerned, because we have 3 returning council members and 2 new council members. And so, you know, it takes time for a team to meld together. And that's the message that I'm sending our council, is that I consider them a team. They are Sylacauga's team to represent our Sylacauga family's best interest. And so it's really unique to see we have 5 very unique and different individuals. And I'm gonna be honest with you, from just speaking not as a mayor, but as a tax-paying citizen and just understanding politics, I think that's awesome, because you get difference of opinions and you get different perspectives, and that really helps things grow to a degree. It may slow things down from time to time, but you end up getting the best result out of any type of effort when you get all these different perspectives together. So Jimmy Dale, I've enjoyed so far my conversations with them. Now, though my conversations have been individual, so as a team, they have not all heard what I've heard from all 5 of them. Mm-hmm. They just know the conversations that we're having individually, and then they have their conversations amongst themselves, and that's what I'm encouraging them, to make sure that all 5 of them are communicating with one another openly, equally, you know, and just sharing that information. And as they do that, they'll learn one another. Yeah. They'll learn those personalities, and they'll learn those different perspectives. They'll learn how to communicate with one another. And so having, you know, an inside look at that is it's really a blessing for me when I stop and think about it. But it does require patience, because, I mean, we're all human, so it just takes time.
Mayor, thanks a lot for coming by this morning. Continued success, and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Jimmy Dale. I appreciate it.
Dr. Matthew Hubbard, Mayor of the City of Sylacauga, our guest this morning. Coach Joel Jones of the Sylacauga Aggie basketball team will join us on the other side of this timeout. Don't go away.